who are transforming and uplifting the standard of life in their communities through understanding and applying biblical principles. Pastor Chooks and Pastor Toyin frequently host workshops, seminars, and conferences for transformation and uplifting of the complete man, complete woman, and wholesome families. Some of the events and programs include the Dream Achievers seminars and conferences, Kingdom Financiers conferences, marriage enrichment courses and seminars, for wives only seminars, single ladies boot camps, limitless men's seminars. They are also the founders of the Power of Woman Academy, a group mentorship for high impact women. They also host the annual Power of Women conferences and events. For more information, please visit www.idelight.co.za and www.reslife.org.za or WhatsApp +27 814 210 835.
Welcome to another Thursday evening, and it is the Amazing Power of Woman broadcast. My name is Toyin Ugoe, and with me is Pastor Chooks Ugoe, the author of the Amazing Power of Woman book. This broadcast, and today, like we had announced in the previous episodes, we're having our last Thursday of the month Ask Your Gynae sessions. Like we have mentioned before on this broadcast, our ministry to women is to the body, the soul, and the spirit. And so when we do our Ask Your Gynae, we are trying to address issues that have to do with the female body, just helping us understand about our bodies, to better be able to use them effectively and to be able to understand the things that we go through. I mean, from menarche to menopause and even afterwards, just to understand the different seasons and stages of our lives as women. And so we have one of our friends, a gynecologist, who will be joining us shortly, and we will be talking about all things women, all things about the female body. Pastor Chooks.
Well, welcome everybody. We have been talking about the Ask Your Gynae session coming on our Thursday broadcast. Well, it's here now, and we're going to be having it, like my wife has just said, once a month. We bring in a gynecologist to talk to us and help shed some light on the issues around your health. So it's an opportunity to ask questions. It's an opportunity to listen. I know people get very anxious, around the issues, around their health, and so on and so forth. The female body is complicated. The female body is built by God. It's a huge building. And so it requires understanding so that you can manage your body well, and you can look after your body properly, so that you will be able to truly manifest the power that you have as a woman. So we are excited. Today is our first one talking about the body on this broadcast on a Thursday. So, and it's going to be on going forward.
Once a month, the last Thursday
of every month.
And if you have questions, as we are on the stream today, if you have questions, please send your questions to the number on the screen. +2781 421 0835. That's the number to send your questions to, and we will attempt to attend to them today. We already have questions that we have, but if we're able to deal with them today, if not, next month we will be able to deal with your questions. So please send your questions across, and it's a good time to just invite a friend. Somebody out there will be able to get information that will actually help them, that will relieve them of whatever anxieties they may have regarding their health. It's going to be a really interesting one this evening. And also, like we had mentioned before in our previous broadcast, we will be giving a copy or two of this book away. So whoever is on the stream and you're engaging, you're asking questions and all of that, or just engaging on the stream, we will take your details, and we will announce one or two
lucky winners
at the end of the broadcast. So please engage, because we can only know if you're engaging on the stream if you're there, and we will be able to give two lucky winners. Also, this book is available. Every woman needs to get this book and read this book.
I agree.
We have this book available on our online store called iDelight Shop. That's it on the screen. You can actually go there, get and make your purchase, and you'll be able to get this book. It's important that every woman understands her power as God has given to her, to use it effectively for his glory. Amen.
Okay.
So we will be going straight to the Pastor Chooks will be taking the questions with our doctor today. So we will go on an ad break just now and talking about one of the programs that we run. Thank you. We'll see you on the other side.
There is an old age saying, happy wife, that most of us have heard at least once, that suggests that in order for the home to be balanced and stable, or the marriage to thrive, the wife has to be happy. The question to ask is, what does it mean to be a happy wife? Does it seem rare to hear about a happy wife, a woman content and satisfied in her marriage? Are there any secrets to know how to make your household happy? The For Wives Only seminars, facilitated by Pastor Chooks and Toyin Ogoye, are seminars that seek to teach wives the secrets and weapons to use to achieve a happy and fulfilling marriage, whether you are newly married or have been married for a while. These seminars are always insightful and beneficial to all wives. The format of these seminars are 2 powerful teaching sessions by Pastor Chooks Ogoye, which have intermittent breaks, then a question and answer segment, which wives get to have their questions answered, then of course, prayers for marriages. There are opportunities to schedule for marriage counseling with the pastors. The sessions are highly interactive as wives get to hear and learn from each other's journeys. Who is the seminar for? The seminar is for all married women as well as engaged soon-to-be married ladies. Women who have a great and wonderful marriage, who are desirous of making it even better, are encouraged to attend. Women who are enduring their marriage and wanting out are highly encouraged to attend to find answers and tools to help them turn things around in their homes. Even single women who want to start preparing for life in marriage are most welcome to attend as well. Pastor Chooks and Toyin Ogoye are the lead pastors at Resurrection Life Church, Johannesburg, where they place a strong emphasis on family and relationships. Their expertise on relationships has helped hundreds of singles and couples over the years build strong and lasting relationships, and/or fixing broken ones through their Singles Ignition seminars, Single Ladies Bootcamp, marriage seminars, workshops, and conferences. They are the founders of the Power of Woman Academy and the conveners of the annual Power of Woman Conference. Pastor Chooks is the author of the best-selling book, The Amazing Power of Woman. Pastor Chooks and Toyin have been married for over 20 years, and it is their many years of experience in building their own marriage and in third-party marriage interventions that has equipped them with vital wisdom that they put together in these events.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome back. Like we told you, we are on tonight with a specialist obstetrician and gynecologist in our maiden edition of Ask Your Gynae. Let me tell you about our guest for tonight. She is an obstetrician and gynecologist. First had a BSc from University of Swaziland, MBCHB from University of KwaZulu-Natal, FCOG, College of Medicine, South Africa, and then MMEd from the Wits University. She worked in state practice for 7 years, has been in full-time private practice for the last 6 years. She is a woman who has passion to see women healthy, helping them attain their full potential, and she is also, of course, a child of God. And I am so glad that she is able to join us tonight. Please welcome to the show Dr. Audrey Gugu Gamedze. Come on, Doctor, welcome. Good to have you on the show. Thank you for availing us of your time to be here.
Thank you so much, Pastor Chooks, and thank you to the listeners. I am so excited to be here and be part of the Ask the Gynae session. All
right, we are on for tonight to just take questions that some ladies have sent in regarding various areas of their health. Now, we mentioned earlier on what our purpose for this show is to alleviate some of the anxieties that women have around issues concerning their health. Our ministry to women is spirit, soul, and body. And we trust God that some answers will come through for somebody tonight. Now, like we said earlier on, if you do have questions, you can send them in right now. The WhatsApp number on the screen, +278142100835, is the number to send your questions. It's a WhatsApp number, so just send a WhatsApp message and send your questions. If we're able to take them on tonight, we will. If not, we will take them next week, but send them in. We already have some questions we are starting with, and as we get your questions, we will see what we can do with them. All right, Dr. Gamedze, thank you so much for your time. I'm just going to take the questions as they are here. They're not in any particular order, so we just answer them as much as we can take. When our time is up, we'll fold the curtain for today, and then we'll continue next month. All right, this person says there's always this anxiety and embarrassment, embarrassment feelings about some of my women health issues. How does one best prepare for a gynae visit? So someone is always anxious when they want to think of you, Dr. Gamedze. What do you say to women? How do they prepare themselves to visit their gynae and get the best out of the visit?
First of all, I just want to say that it's a good thing that somebody will think of visiting a gynae. So once the thought has come, let's continue entertaining it. From our African background, it's always a taboo to have yourself exposed, let alone now having this stranger examining you. And also the stories that go around. I must say this was part of my inspiration for being a gynecologist, because the stories that go around are that of humiliation when you go for your visit. Hence, there's a lot of anxiety that gets provoked. So first of all, I just like to say that number one, gynae visits are very important. Number two, personality, your personality is a factor as to how much can you share. There are some people who never share their, the question says health concerns. Before it's even a health concern about your womanhood, it's difficult to share that. So your personality contributes as to how are you going to interact with the doctor. Then the third factor is who do you talk to? Most of the gynaes are men, and somehow we've been wired to say a doctor is a male, so I should be comfortable to communicate. Some ladies will say, if I talk to a man, it's better because it's somebody who does not relate to what I'm talking about. Others will say, no, man, a woman, it's better because that person can relate to what I'll be talking about. Or if I go to a man and the male gynae is examining me, at least I've got nothing to be shy about, because if he sees cellulite, at least he doesn't even know what cellulite. But if a female gynae sees cellulite, might judge me. But anyway, let me go to as to how do I best prepare for my gynae visit. Number one, acknowledge that you need help. That's the first thing. You need help. Secondly, choose somebody whom you think you will be comfortable with. It's so unfortunate that it's trial and error. You will have to go to the doctor first and you see that no, there's no chemistry here. You find somebody else, but try and go with what either family, friends, or influential people can recommend. So once you get a doctor that you're comfortable with, most likely you will be able to open up. And secondly, when you get there, voice it out that, you know what, this is my first visit. I'm very anxious about what I'm going to share. Or say with the examination, I'm making an example. I'm one of those people who are very sensitive about my body as well. So when I get to the examination part, I always tell the patient exactly what they are going to do and close the door and leave so that you are comfortable to change. And then also when I come back, I need to explain what is it that I'll be doing. In that way, it puts you at ease to know that, okay, you will be examining my breast, so I must get ready for somebody to touch my breast. Or I will be examining your intimate area, please be comfortable. Or what I'm going to be doing now is very uncomfortable, but if you are relaxed, it will be a little bit easier for me to work and you will be a little bit more. That kind of an interaction helps to put you at ease. The other thing I need to highlight is to say, dress lightly. If you have, say you are wearing your underwear, you're wearing a corset on top, you're wearing tight pants, you're wearing skinny jeans, or what's this overall thing that we wear, a jumpsuit, all those things now are gonna make your life a little bit more difficult because you've got a lot of wardrobe to bring down. And as you are taking your clothes down, you're thinking of whatever. And when you go for your gynae visit, please remember you're not going to the dentist. Some ladies, you ask them to change and they leave their underwears on. By underwear, I mean bras and panties. And then they expose their masks with their beautiful smile. No, you're not going to a dentist. So condition yourself. The type of wardrobe you walk in with will also contribute in making you more comfortable. Then thirdly, I've missed my points. Make sure that you write down what you want to discuss. There's somebody whom you finish the examination, and then at the end they say, yeah, doc, I forgot to show you that at the back, maybe let me make an example, in between the butt. It's not my area of examining in between the butt as a gynae. But if you mention it before we start, I will make myself available to look at it. So write down everything that you like to discuss, because rest assured, when you get there, anxiety will overwhelm you. Secondly, if your doctor needs to go for a delivery whilst you are there and maybe says, no, let's just rush through this, you'll forget important things. Or if the doctor is running late, you are also running out of time, you'll forget important things. So write down everything that you want to discuss, even if it's general knowledge like, doctor, how should I expect my periods to be? That will not need the doctor to examine you, but it would be nice for the doctor to discuss it because you're already there. So that will be what I put as the few pointers as to how do I best prepare for that visit.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So for people who are super conscious of their body, maybe they are fat, what do you say to them? How do you help them be comfortable? People who are maybe extra large and they are really super conscious, or extra thin and they are super conscious.
In the house of the Lord, there's a lot of containers and they have different integrities. They are as honorable as all of them. So what I would like to say about that is body habitus is part of your genetics. It's part of your lifestyle. It can be part of where you are at that particular point in time. Let me make a few examples of what I've spoken about. There's some families where all of the people, from the granny up to the young, they have never been an average size, what people call an average size. Everybody in the family is supersized, and it has never been an issue. So there is no way why you should be embarrassed when you go to see the doctor. Secondly, there are people who are trying, let me say you're trying to have a baby. You get pumped on hormones. You will blow up. And that will make you uncomfortable because for the better part of your life, maybe you've been a size 28. All of a sudden, you're a size 34 and everybody's going, oh, what's happening to you? So that you just need to accept you are at that particular point in your life. And then the other group, it's people who are maybe stressful conditions, they are overeating and they know that they are not supposed to be overeating. So I always say that the way a woman looks is almost always a function of the point where they are in time in their lives. So you need to accept that that's you at that particular point in time. It's not your forever, it's your transitioning point. Sometimes you get to the doctor's room, you don't get clothes that fit you. I'm making an example of a gown. The gown is a smaller size than how you are. You comfortably ask for a bigger size. You may get it. If you don't get a bigger size, you can get a sheet to cover yourself. The other thing is hygiene. Try to be your best when you go for the doctor's visit. I'm making an example. If you are supersized, there can be certain areas that will need more attention when you wash or when you dry. Let me not say when you dry yourself. So give those areas a certain attention so that when you get there and you change, you are also comfortable because you know that you've given those areas a little bit more attention than what you usually do. But in all honesty, all doctors have seen everything more than what you can imagine. So when you get there, you tell yourself, I'm also my patient in my own capacity. This is me. And that's it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take the next question. I'm hoping that we can take as much as we can for this evening. All right. Someone says here, what is normal period pains? And what period pains may require a visit to the gynae? How much of that pain is normal and which one require a phone call to Dr. Gamete?
I like to say there's nothing normal. If it's pain, it's not normal. I like to say that. My women know I prefer to use the word common than to say normal because your normal may not be my normal. The fact that I see it more often, I can't qualify it as normal. I rather say it's common. So period pains, it's a common entity when you have your menstrual cycle. What is within normal is what you can bear. If you cannot bear with the pain, then it is abnormal. Also, if your scale of using pain control is accelerating, say today you were taking Panado, the next month you need something stronger than Panado, or you need your Panado more often, or you need your Panado throughout the cycle, or you need now the Panado a week before you start with your period, then there is an element of abnormality. So what I suggest is you just note how much is the pain. Can you bear with the pain? If you can't bear with the pain, do you need pain control more often? If you need pain control more often, is the scale of the pain control going up? Is also the duration of use of the pain control going up? Then that will be abnormal pain.
Okay. Okay, thank you. There's another question here. What is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, and how do you treat it?
Okay, premenstrual dysphoric disorder is an entity that is extrapolated from premenstrual pain. I'll just put it as premenstrual pain. So if you have premenstrual pain, Once it gets to the dysphoric disorder now, it is when you find that somebody has had an episode of fainting, number one. Number two, the person is vomiting, cannot take anything down. Number three, the person gets incapacitated. That is, you can't go to school, you can't go to work, you can't eat, you are in bed most of the time. Some people get diarrhea. Some people have got horrible period pain. That is when we call it a dysphoric disorder. And there are those who become even suicidal, extremes of mood disorder. That forms part of the premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So treatment here is usually multidisciplinary. From a gynae's perspective, the first point is to make sure that, number one, we treat the pain. Number two, we treat the heaviness of the flow. Number three, in extreme forms, we even take away the period because it's the cause of the pain. So why do I say multidisciplinary? Now we involve a psychologist or a psychiatrist, somebody who is going to help you now say, during this time, you need to be aware of what is happening to yourself, and you condition yourself to say, I am going to be happy. I am not going to be suicidal. I am not going to be next to the triggers. Somebody will say, if I'm with my boyfriend, I just feel like punching him. Or if I am with my mother because she shouts a lot, when she is shouting around my period, I feel like it's extreme. So the psychologist will help you to deal with that. And also sometimes you find that there are deep psychological issues which have never been dealt with. The history of abuse in all forms of abuse, the history of rejection in all forms. So that around the period, it gets much more pronounced. So the psychological disorder there will be dysthymia, where you find that you have underlying depression, but around the period, it just gets so marked that you need treatment. So how do you treat it? It's multidisciplinary. Secondly, we can get to the point where we take away the periods. Taking away periods will need hormonal manipulation. Those who are taking birth control tablets, we tell them to skip the ones that are of a different color, which will be either the red or the brown. You skip those. You just have the no period until maybe after 3 or 4 months. You get your period under a controlled environment where you can even be on some medication to stop the vomiting, medication to suppress the mood. Yes, that would be it. And then another form of treatment will be the injection. Most women will not get their menstrual flow if they are on the injection. Another treatment will be to insert a Mirena. That will stop you from having babies. It will also stop you from having the periods. But yeah, the treatment is very wide. It needs you to see your gynae if you think you have that extreme form of menstrual flow. There is, however, overlap. Let me just put that point. Sorry, Pastor Chooks.
Okay.
There is, however, an overlap. Somebody will say that they have a premenstrual dysphoric disorder, yet they have extreme endometriosis. So that overlap, it's a very small intersection, but it needs to be attended to and treated appropriately.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Let's take, I think we can take 2 more.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Is it recording or is paused?
Just go ahead.
I can go ahead. Here is another one. This one says, I just got married during the lockdown and I'm enjoying it. Is sex safe during my period? And what about the hygiene issues? What is best practice? My husband wants to know and I don't have good answers for him. Please help me.
Thank you, Pastor Shuk. I think I also don't have good answers. There's two aspects to this. If we approach it from a traditional approach, we're gonna say that menstruation is one of those sacred times in a woman's cycle. It's a time of self-cleansing. So there was a time when one was considered unclean around that time. There are even religions which will still label you unclean. You cannot serve, you cannot. There's a long list of you cannot. And even cooking in some cultures, you can't cook around that time. So bringing it into the health issues. Is it safe to have sex during the period? I would say I don't know, but here is my contribution. Number one, during menstruation, you will not fall pregnant. So if your safety is around whether there is a chance of falling pregnant or not, you will not fall pregnant during your menses. Secondly, I think it is very messy. It's like getting into the swimming pool, you don't have your towels above the swimming pool, it's a messy. There's a lot of lubrication as well. So I will leave it to the discretion of the couple. What about the hygiene issues? I'm not sure whether the hygiene during the intercourse or the hygiene after the intercourse. I just feel like it's a messy procedure. But anyway, I always make a joke in my practice when I get asked this question. I say, if he has the swimsuit and the life jacket, he might as well
Jump in.
proceed.
Okay.
I like to say it like that because I don't know what's right and what's wrong. And I've had a lot of questions, even from my peers, to say, what do you say when a patient asks you that question? So the best thing is to say, play it religiously, play it according to what will suit the two of you, and also do what is fair, even for yourself as the woman. And then what's the best practice? The best practice is what works for the two of you. I will leave it non-committal like that. I don't know, maybe from a non-doctor perspective, you can also have your contribution. What do you think?
Me? Okay, well, let me say it's messy. So if you are prepared to deal with the mess, then you can proceed. Practical things you can do, you can have a dark towel on the bed so that the bed is not stained with blood and so on, and bodily fluids and so on. So you can take a dark towel or a dark sheet and place on the bed and proceed. But just know that it's a messy business. So if you are ready for it, go for it.
And I think experience might be the best teacher.
Yes, yeah, try it. I mean, she's just newly married, so try it. If it doesn't work, for both of you, you can decide that from now going forward until Jesus comes, we will not try it again. Okay. All right. Well, this one sounds like something we touched on before. You say, I'm nervous about having to strip down for my visit. What can I do to feel more at ease?
Yes, we did speak about that. Don't think of it as a strip down.
Okay.
You think of it as an examination. You need to show the doctor where is the ana, if there's an ana, or you need the doctor to tell you that you are still well. For the doctor to be able to tell you that you're still well, the doctor needs to see. So it's not a strip down.
Okay.
If you take it as a strip down, you are in another place.
All right. Let's do one more. I think that's the much we can do. Our time it's almost finished. He said, I feel
number 7.
Sorry?
Number 7.
Okay, let's do number 7.
Yes.
Okay. What are the different categories of birth control, and which is most appropriate at what times? Can different ones be used at different times?
Okay. It's a little bit more of an elaborate question, but very interesting. Birth control comes in, the categories of birth control are basically the mode of administration, and number 2, the duration of stay of that particular product. An example, so we've got pills under the group of daily dosing. We've got the pills, which are daily dosing, and then we've got the injections, which come in as monthly or 2 monthly, 3 monthly. And we also have the patch, which is every 7 days. We have the Nova ring, which is once a month. We have the implant, which is 3 years. We have the loop, 5 years. We have another loop, 10 years. So they come in different manners. So the tablets are what you drink. The injection is what is injected into your muscle. The patch is what you put on your skin. The Nuva ring is what gets inserted inside the vagina and it stays in there for 21 days. The loop gets inserted into the womb and it stays there for 5 years or for 10 years. And then we have the implant, which gets implanted under your skin into your fat. And that will stay anytime from 3 to 5 years, depending on the type that you have. And then there is the ultimate, which is abstinence and sterilization. So all of them are appropriate for the different times in a woman's life. Let me make an example. You are not married. You are expected to abstain. That's a birth control measure. Or you are married, but you are not ready to start a family, and you've got a problem of painful periods, you've got a problem of heavy periods, you've got a problem of acne. All of this, we can select the best contraceptive to factor your particular need at that point in time. You want to go and study medicine, it will be about 6 to 10 years, depending on how you plan your studies. You will need something that is long lasting. We can select one that will take you anything from 5 to 10 years. Another example is that you don't want periods at all because you are going on a cruise ship and you will be coming back in 3 months' time, so we can choose the depot for you. Or you are a supersized woman. You don't want to gain more weight after that, after you've started contraceptives, You also don't want to have children immediately, so we can choose what is going to suit your lifestyle. Hence, I always recommend that if you want to start a contraceptive, don't say, you know what, I don't want to have children. I've heard that there's a pill. Let me just go for the pill. Always sit down before with a healthcare professional, preferably somebody who has an interest in women's health, to discuss the issues. What are the issues in your periods? What are the issues on your skin? What are the issues regarding your body weight? And what are your needs from contraceptives? And then in that way, you can get one type that's gonna cater for all of your needs. Secondly, if you've just had a baby, you want contraceptives, but you want to breastfeed, there's also something that we can select that will suit you for contraceptives, for contraception during your period of lactation. Then somebody else will say, I want my babies to be just 1 year, 2 years apart. You don't need to go onto a contraception that will then compromise you for the next baby that you want to have. Some contraceptives delay the onset of fertility. Others are good to make you return to your fertility quicker. So it's a very interesting question. Thank you for bringing it up.
All right. Well, just to summarize it, I would think that you need the input of a healthcare professional, maybe your gynae or your GP, but you need to talk to somebody who knows what's going on. You can't just make that decision by yourself. I would think so. Well, I think our time is up. This is how much we can take for today. We will continue our next time. Please, if you do have any questions that were provoked in you, or something that you've been thinking about, and you want to send it so that we can process it and answer it at the next time we haven't asked your gynae, the number on the screen +278142100835. That's a WhatsApp number. Send your message via WhatsApp, and we will address it at our next time to have Dr. Gamedze on the show again. That will be the last Thursday of next month. So I want to encourage you, if you do need to talk to a gynae, please reach out to us. We can help you get across to Dr. Gamedze. If you really need to talk to her, you can contact us. We'll give you the numbers for her rooms, and then you make an appointment to go and see the gynecologist. It's important. Your body, you need to take care of it so that your spirit can really fulfill its mission on the earth. And if your body is not functioning well, you will not be able to become all that God wants you to become. So we are interested in you being well physically. So if you do have any health concerns and you need to speak to the doctor, please reach out to us. The number on the screen is still the same number to reach us. Send a message. We would give you Dr. Gamedze's rooms numbers, and then you can call and make a booking to go and see her. All right, Dr. Gamedze, thank you so much for availing us of your time and your wisdom and your expertise. God bless you for the work that you do for women. I am very, very grateful. Anybody who looks after women is my friend. Thank you. Thank you for what you do every day, ministering to women and just helping them in the way that you have been trained to do. God bless you. Thank you for being on the show tonight.
Thank you so much. Ladies, let's be healthy. Let's take care of ourselves. I'm the sister to ask. Make sure you tune on every Thursday of the last month, and we'll discuss women issues. God bless you.
All right. Every last Thursday of the month, Ask Your Gynae is on our Amazing Power Woman show. God bless you. Dr. Gamedze will see you next month. And for everyone out there, good night. Well, the show is not over. We are going to give away a copy of, or 2 copies of this book. My wife is going to come to make that presentation just now. God bless you. See you.
There is an old age saying, happy wife, happy life, that most of us have heard at least once, that suggests that in order for the home to be balanced and stable, or the marriage to thrive, the wife has to be happy. The question to ask is, what does it mean to be a happy wife? Does it seem rare to hear about a happy wife, a woman content and satisfied in her marriage? Are there any secrets to know how to make your household happy? The For Wives Only seminars, facilitated by Pastor Chooks and Toyin Ogoye, are seminars that seek to teach wives the secrets and weapons to use to achieve a happy and fulfilling marriage, whether you are newly married or have been married for a while. These seminars are always insightful and beneficial to all wives. The format of these seminars are 2 powerful teaching sessions by Pastor Chooks Ogoye, which have intermittent breaks, then a question and answer segment, which wives get to have their questions answered, then of course, prayers for marriages. There are opportunities to schedule for marriage counseling with the pastors. The sessions are highly interactive as wives get to hear and learn from each other's journeys. Who is the seminar for? The seminar is for all married women as well as engaged soon-to-be married ladies. Women who have a great and wonderful marriage, who are desirous of making it even better, are encouraged to attend. Women who are enduring their marriage and wanting out are highly encouraged to attend to find answers and tools to help them turn things around in their homes. Even single women who want to start preparing for life in marriage are most welcome to attend as well.